All right, y'all. See, I thought it was over with. You thought I was just gonna disappear. One thing about this journey, bro, it's never over. And every single day is a learning experience, okay? Bro, I just got off of my, um, I want to say two and a half day fast, right? Of again, trying to avoid eating a lot of like, you know what? It's so crazy to me, bro. As I continue on the spiritual journey, bro, stuff that used to be normal to me is now becoming like if I still do those things, if I still eat those types of foods, bro, or even if I hang around certain types of people, bro, it it puts my body in a state of just uneasiness. Now, here's the thing, bro. Fasting, especially for 24 hours plus, um, from heavy foods and stuff like that, uh, it has like a bright side to it and then it has a dark side to it, bro. For the past 2 days, I've been taking down notes. I've been watching and paying attention to how I feel, right? And bro, when you get to a level of like slowly evolving, it's almost like you see the rest of the world going crazy, and when you try to like point it out, they look at you as crazy, right? They look at you as abnormal. And no matter where you go, no matter what on the face of this planet, bro, when you're on a spiritual journey, you're just trying to live your life the best way possible. And you know, you're changing, you're breaking free from a lot of the stuff, bro. You feel crazy. You feel crazy for pointing out that everybody else is crazy. Now, so I got my notes. So real quick, this is a MGT nightcap, right? Um, but this is also kind of like a PSA. I'm gonna try out a new format coming up starting Monday. That is the 23rd. That's actually my dad's birthday. Shout out to my old boy. Which, by the way, like I said, past couple days, I ain't been eating no heavy food, right? I've been fruit fasting. Um, Today I broke my fast, and I got some interesting perspectives, dog, because like it's becoming you know when they say go high, like be high vibrational, go within, seek within yourself, bruh. You know, if you keep putting in enough energy within the body and recycling the life force energy by holding on to your seed, bro, do you know what happens, bro? Inside is a mini universe. You have not only, remember when I be like, you tap into your life force energy, you're gonna have infinite intelligence, it's just all around you. That's true. But really, the infinite intelligence is actually going to be developing in your cells, the cells within your body. The cells, dare I say it, they have consciousness. Now, of course, scientists and, the people that created this world or created this matrix, they're not going to tell you that. They're just going to say that you're a glob of meat. And bro, that is so far from the truth, okay? So, uh the new format of what I'm going to be doing is, if you pay attention, I don't know if I'm going to be, I don't know if I'm going to post it to my Instagram, but I'm for sure I'm going to post it to the YouTube wall, right? Um I'm going to have each video, cuz by the time, the thing about it, bro, I ain't gonna lie, it's like I kind of live in the future, because every time when I post a video, like I'm already on to the next thing. You get what I'm saying? Um, but I want to document like my steps more and more. You feel me? Obviously, I didn't post for 2 days, but it's mainly part of me fasting, and also part of me making sure that I like give y'all good content. Like I don't want to be pressured to be dropping a video every single day And now, like, if I wake up and I'm not feeling too well, if I try to force it, it's just not good. You feel me? It is 12:21 at just after midnight. So Saturday, you got a lot of low vibrational stuff happening. But bro, I'm not even gonna lie to you, dog. That's not even that's not even the half of it. Okay, everything starts on a molecular scale. And even before the molecular scale, or it starts with your molecular structure. It obviously starts with the spiritual realm, right? Um. So yeah, Monday through Friday, I'm already gonna have the topics to be talking about, as far as like the retention journey, spiritual journey, the other side of the matrix, bro. Uh, and a couple of things I actually been taking so much notes now that like it's at the point where like even if I'm out having a conversation with a friend or a loved one, mentally, bro, I'm taking notes, dog, because it's like I'm becoming a new being, but there's war going on. It's literal like spiritual warfare. It's this real war that's going on, bro. Just cause like people's living your life every day, you probably may not have to like go out there and fight an actual battle, but in theory, and especially on a molecular level, a lot is happening. That is you. It's almost like you don't have control over yourself if you don't monitor what you put in yourself, which is again the food that we eat, or whatever vice, you know what I'm saying, people tend to cling to, bro. It don't matter what it is, dog. I feel like I've been living life like this for like a long ass time, right? And as I'm on a spiritual journey, you probably just listening to the video, but if you're watching it, then you can clearly see what I'm doing. But like, as you go through the spiritual journey, bro, the veil gets lifted. Nigga, I'm talking about like when the veil gets lifted, it's scary at first. You be like, oh hell nah, I don't want to see this, but it's like you can't unsee it, bro. You're gonna see through friends, family, loved ones, yourself. This is kind of like what they talk about when they say you're opening up your third eye. You feel me? Now, this is what's happening to me right now, clearly. And again, when you believe in something within your heart, again, there's going to be opposing energies that don't want you to leave. There's going to be opposing energies that will try to make you comfortable into staying within a certain type of vibration. And the more, it's crazy, the more you work on yourself is the more they're going to keep pushing, but it's growth that's happening. You know what I'm saying? So congratulations to anybody who, again, is on a retention journey. You're actually going through the spiritual warfare when it comes to like eating certain foods. Bruh, I'm not lying to you, bruh. Just fasting alone, intermittent fasting. You don't have to know a lot. You don't have to necessarily, whether you're like morally a good person or not, it really don't matter. Cause the Matrix, they taught us that what reality is like, what we think, what we see, and that's that. They actually programmed us not to understand our body. They don't understand, well, or I would say like, people who are like quote unquote sleep, or you just forgot about, the truth about yourself. There's just people out there that are so unaware and they don't even have control over their lives, bro. One of the biggest things to control a group of people is agriculture. If you can control what they watch, if you can control what they eat, if you can control what they see on social media, bro, that's body snatching on a daily basis. Now, the thing about it, bro, is for me, and when I'm going through my spiritual journey, bro, like I don't even look at it as like, okay, if I make a mistake or if I, eat food that's not supposed to be eaten, you know what I'm saying? Um, it feels as though like, all right, cool, like, you know what I'm saying? I'll get over it, or I'll make it through. But at the same time, it's literally you're moving from one frequency to the next, and every time you take like 2 or 3 steps forward, there's always gonna be something that's gonna try to pull you back. You know what I'm saying? That's a sign of you ascending. Okay. Um, and there's so many things, bro. There's so many topics I want to talk about, bro. I took a whole bunch of notes, so this is just the introduction, okay? This is the MGT nightcap, but also this is just an introduction to some topics that we're going to be discussing. And of course, if there's anything that you want to talk about on the spiritual journey, bro, let me know in the comment section, bro. Like, dead ass serious. Let me know in the comment section. Anything that you might be going through, bro. Because I'm telling you right now, bro, you'd be surprised how many people are actually going through the same exact type of struggles, bro. When it comes to, eating the right way, when it comes to staying on retention, going past 15 days, going past 30 days, you know what I'm saying? Some people can't make it past 10 days. Some people can't make it 5 days. You feel me? We struggle all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm understanding my struggle, especially when I fast. When I fast, my version of relapse would be like, again, eating a bag of chips. Bro, it'd be the smallest, simplest shit, right? That I eat for comfort. And I'm thinking I'm okay. And because my DNA is being upgraded, because, I walk I go for my walks. You know what I'm saying? I'm outside of Mother Nature. I'm working out. My DNA has become something else. Like I'm literally changing into something else. So if I consume something from McDonald's, or let's say you stay with people, or like, because me personally, I live around people who they don't see what I see, bro. You feel me? If you watched enough of my videos, then you understand where I'm coming from. You understand that, like, being quote unquote spiritual is not all about like roses and it being beautiful. And y'all know I be cursing on this motherfucker. You feel me? Because shit be real. So when you're trying to break, essentially when you're trying to break free from whether it's different habits or whatever the case may be, I'm telling you right now, bro, one of the, and this is no shade to anybody that I know personally, because it's not your fault, first of all, if you're watching this video. And if you stayed this long, then you understand where I'm coming from. The thing is that it gets scary when people are living their lives and they constantly consume, quote unquote, let's just call it poison, poison, you know what I'm saying? They constantly consume this shit, and then they constantly share it with you. Here, have this poison. Here, oh, do you want? But again, they are unaware of what this quote unquote poison is. You know what I'm saying? And it comes in many different forms. So when it's like your friends, your loved ones, number one, everybody is on a certain frequency for whatever specific purpose. You feel me? You can't force nobody to change. You can't force nobody to see where you're coming from. It's impossible. You know what I'm saying? The challenge though is because I honestly, bro, like, how many people are on the face of this planet? 7.8 billion or something like that. Not even a million people actually have the awareness to understand how serious and how deep this shit is. When it comes to the very air that we breathe, the AC, you see what I'm saying? Hey, it's a nice house. You feel me? My parents worked hard as hell. You know what I'm saying? And moving back home was one of the best decisions, but it also opened my eyes to like seeing so much stuff. And yeah, man, it's kind of like You wake up one day and you're in this quote unquote luxurious prison. Um, but nobody's acting like it's prison. You know, everybody's acting like they're living in paradise. When clearly certain things that we do every single day puts us in a low vibration. That low vibration puts us in a state where now we are essentially not growing, and then now we're just feeding a habit or an addiction. How many addictions are out there, bro? Think about that. Bro, people, and I don't got nothing against gamers, but you got streamers who play video games, for example. I know somebody personally who plays video games all the time. Again, I don't have nothing against people who play video games. If you want to do that, hey, be my guest. The small issue that I have with that is that sometimes people will play these games for hours on end, and they play it for days in a row, right? And they almost start to live through these games. Like, yo, man, I accumulated 500K. You know, anybody who plays GTA, me, I stopped playing video games like in like middle school. You feel me? I think my last major console might have been an Xbox or some shit like that. Xbox, the original, not 360, the black big box, right? Um, and again, everything is balanced, bro. You have to have a balance for everything, bro. One thing about being on semen retention is knowing your body's limit, knowing when, okay, you feel like, okay, it might be some type of pattern that you're about to experience. If you can jump the gun or at least be ahead of a lot of the patterns that we do to lessen the relapses, you're in a great position if you can get there, right? Some people don't ever get there. They try, but they don't ever get there. The reason why they don't get there is because it's just too much bad energy that they're consuming through food, through music, a lot of stuff, bro. You feel me? Everything is fucking polluted, bro. I'm not trying to sit here and downplay, or not downplay. I'm not trying to sit here and like make your night terrible or make you feel bad. I'm not trying to do none of that, bro. You feel me? I don't care if you smoking right now, if you're drinking right now. I don't care. You might be under the influence. I'm not. I ain't gonna judge you. You feel me? Because half the time it's not even your fault. It's not even our fault. You feel me? Um, but I do want to say, if you do have a fighting spirit, it's about to be war. It's about to be war of words that are entering into your mind. There's different frequencies essentially that are very demonic, super demonic, and the thing about that, bruh, is like they can't really get to you unless you give them access, right? Um, but other than that, demonic entities and all of that, they actually can't do shit to you. They actually fucking envy you because you even have the awareness to understand, like, damn, my energy is different from that. That's the or even if you say, because you know a lot of people be like say they love to say, oh, we are all one and shit. Um, to a certain extent, when you talk about esoteric knowledge and breaking down, I don't want to get too deep into that, but this shit is crazy, bro. And I'm just going through like a realization of just like how much small traps that we go through every day, small things that like would trigger you into not being yourself. Now people are walking around with split personalities. You know what I'm saying? Um, this shit been on my mind for years, bro. Cause like every time I decide to break free or I take a step back from, because you know me, my one of my biggest addictions, of course, is the tree. You know, everybody loves to smoke. You know what I'm saying? Um, Shout out to one of the guys. He actually you know what I'm talking about too. You probably might be watching this video too. But shout out to you, bro. He said he started his weed retention and he's back on semen retention again. I think when I seen the message, I think he was on like day 4 or 5 or something like that. So shout out to you. It's tough, man. It's tough. It's like once you put that shit down, bro, and you see life through a different lens, you don't walk around like you're better than everybody, but it's like you're just aware of the now. You're aware of your own presence. Half the time people can't even feel their own presence because they don't even want to tap into their original energy. You got foreign parasites that live in the body. There's thousands of different types of parasites, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Shit. Motherfucker probably got me too. I'm gonna keep it a bean. This is why I fast. You feel me? If I know, bruh, I think was it last week before before I dropped my video last week for the first time in a while, um I was going through a tough time basically, and emotionally it was just crazy. You feel me? Just dealing with stuff. You already know. I'm not gonna try to repeat all of that, but basically, because I had to be around a certain group of people, I didn't actually have access to the food that I would usually eat. So it's almost like I'm faced with a decision. I'm like, damn, bro, do I starve myself? Because I can't starve myself. You feel me? Like I be fasting and shit, but like nigga, that your blood sugar is too low or whatever, or however you say it. I'm not too familiar with the terminology and shit, but like nigga, you gonna pass out. You feel me? So it's like I want to stay strapped with the right types of I would say I because essentially, bro, it's like I want to stay strapped with the right types of foods, the right types of mentalities, and the right types of energy around me, bro. People that you used to be comfortable with, or they would never do nothing to you, bro. Like, sorry, dog. Like, some people are so infected. It's kind of like the zombie apocalypse. We just don't know we are in one until like shit actually hits the fan. You know what I'm saying? And this is like some sober ass thoughts. I'm talking about like, and it's just so I listen more when when I'm around people, and I think that's what's gonna happen with you when you're on your spiritual journey. You're gonna start hearing things differently. You're gonna start seeing things from a different lens. And then when you do like try to participate and go back within the matrix and try to eat that piece of pizza and shit, like again going back to last week before I made the videos and shit, I ate some bad shit, bro. Terrible. Man, it's not that. It's like you would think that like, oh, okay, like he ate a chicken sandwich or he had like some rice and chicken. Nigga, you gonna be okay. You'll survive. Like nigga, nobody has ever died from that shit, right? That's what you would think, right? But no, yeah, like actually, we are kind of slowly killing ourselves, and it starts on a molecular scale. It starts in the unseen. Any type of like ailments that we have, bro, it actually can be avoided, but we stay in the house all the time. We don't get enough Mother Nature. And again, when I'm speaking about certain things, bro, I'm seeing things happen, but I don't want to put nobody on blast. You feel me? I'm not gonna put friends, loved ones, or I'm not putting nobody on blast, but I'm just simply just being aware and understanding, like, you know, I can see people's soul within the body, and that body, that idea of that person, it's not even the soul, bro. It's just like literally a tape recording. You know what I'm saying? It's actually kind of sad, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. And I think that's what we're here. Part of our like purpose is to awaken up people who want to be awakened to the truth, but then also too I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like this spiritual journey, sometimes it gets difficult because when you're really, 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 really trying to change your life, bro, it's always something that doesn't seem harmful that gets you to be comfortable and gets you to put your guard down, right? And by the time you know it, you're back in the cycle, of searching for love in the wrong places, or searching for companionship or whatever the case may be. And one of my notes, bro, and this is what I'm saying. I'm gonna go more in depth. Like a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about, bro. I got everything lined up. Screenshot that shit. I'm about to go through it or whatever. But weekly structured videos, 7 videos for 7 days, starting on Monday. Man, let your actions speak. People will see your growth. I had a great experience over the past like several days, and I'm also realizing a lot. So this topic, I'm gonna be excited to talk about, bro. The next topic: don't neglect yourself on a spiritual journey. Now, this one is very important because on the spiritual journey, it becomes lonely. Like it might get to the point where it's like, okay, yeah, you're gonna meet some people, you're gonna meet some new groups, some new support groups and stuff like that. Of course, you're always gonna meet people, you're always gonna meet bitches, you're always gonna have different, you know what I'm saying, situations, right? But the spiritual journey still continues. After you consume something, you think that's it. You think, okay, when I eat it, I swallow it, like that's it, it's gone, right? No, your body's alive. Your gut had you have a bunch of intelligence within inside the body, right? Um, so it's like we tend to forget that, like, if we don't properly get enough sunlight, if we don't properly exercise, if we don't properly do shit, bro, you become a zombie. It's a war inside. Anytime that I eat something that is processed, anytime that I eat something that has too much fuck shit in it, I suffer the consequences. Growing up, I don't remember being lactose intolerant. All of a sudden now I can't eat pizza. Now a lot of people would be like, "Oh man, you just you need to fix your diet." Whatever, my nigga. Say what you want to say, but on a molecular structure, on that type of vibe, bro, like the cells within my body is telling me like game's over. It's a wrap. The next time you allow some fuck shit within the body, it's going to be war. You gonna suffer it, which is me. And I'm actually ready. I'm actually prepared for this type of war, dog. But it's crazy when you try to do something the right way. People will get offended by what you do. If you try to, the biggest, like I said, the biggest drug in the world right now, it's not trees, bro. It's not. It's the food. It's the food that we consume. It's also the oxygen too, because they be putting all type of chemtrails in the sky every single day. So this spiritual journey can feel lonely, bro, because you're gonna realize like, damn, am I the only nigga doing this shit? Of course, there's other people, that's on the spiritual journey, but like, you literally gonna feel like, damn, bro, like this shit is the zombie apocalypse, like for real. So, with that being said, bro, don't neglect yourself on the spiritual journey, and I'll talk more about that. Um, y'all stay tuned for that. Uh, Next topic I got is, what is this? It's alive inside. How food affects your spiritual state. Now, I don't even know if I'm gonna title it that per se, but basically, when you have charged up enough life force energy and you've gone through ups and downs, ebbs and flows of the spiritual journey, of being on retention, of failing, because you can't really be perfect, or you can't really know everything if you do everything right the first time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we try our best too, but like, believe it or not, dog, a lot of people they feel like they can't sit with themselves after a relapse. Like, my nigga, like, it's your life. You feel me? It's your life, bro. You feel me? Like, and you shouldn't really care about who judges you either. You know what I'm saying? But what you should take into consideration is the fact that this shit ain't over until it's over. As long as you still here breathing, this shit's still gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? Life is gonna keep going until, that's it. You feel me? Until you transition over to the next level. Um, but yeah, once you reach a level of spiritual awakening, you remember how like they would be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? You have to control the flesh, or don't let the flesh control you. People be like, oh, the flesh wanted to have sex, or the flesh wanted to do this, the flesh wanted to do that. Stop blaming the temple, first of all. This shit ain't got nothing to do with the temple. This shit ain't got nothing to do with a lot of stuff, actually. The main thing, what's wrong with the temple, or what's wrong with the flesh, is what we put in the flesh. You feel me? It's what we consume. That's what makes the flesh turn into a beast. So when you change your frequency and now you are becoming angelic, spiritual, that's when you literally feel the spiritual warfare within your like your upset stomach, diarrhea, all that shit, my nigga. That's warfare, nigga. That's your system telling you that whatever the fuck you just ate, we gotta get it the fuck out. Okay, that's number one. This is why I like to do intermittent fasting. So with that being said, yeah, I'm gonna touch more on that topic, bro. It's alive inside. How food affects our spiritual state. Another topic that I'm going to be touching on this week coming up. Why is it so hard to start your day? Spiritual resistance explained. I had a special lady friend of mine. She's basically like she's a single mom, right? Slightly a little bit older or whatnot. Fairly attractive. If you've seen a picture of her, or if you've seen like a video of her or something like that, or if you've seen her out in public, you would think that she has it all together. Some of the finest females go through the worst type of depression, go through the worst type of like emotional traumas. Like, you'd be surprised, bro. She asked me this question, like, man, I see how like when you wake up, you go to the gym, or you go here, you go there, you do your videos. And like, she always says like, man, it's so hard for me to start my days. It's so hard to get out of bed. It's so hard to feel emotional. Emotionally, motivated to just do shit. So I had a conversation with her, and within this video that I'm gonna drop, I'll talk more about it. You know what I'm saying? Why is it so hard to get your day started and shit? So it's usually, and the good thing about it too is that even if you have a slow start to your day, again, it's not how you start shit. I mean, it kind of is, but it's really how you finish. You know what I'm saying? It's how you follow through, or how you get back up after a bad day or a bad week. Another one to be on the lookout for. I got 2 more. And then again, what I'm gonna start doing, like I said, I'm gonna start posting my shit. And again, this one was supposed to be 30 plus minutes long, but I ain't gonna lie, like the universe was like, yeah, drop a video right now. You know what I'm saying? I broke my fast today, and I did not have a good experience, bro. Today, I was supposed to drop 3 videos today, but because I decided to break my fast and fit in with the family and not seem weird or anything like that, it like my stomach, my body, anytime I eat something now, it's like instantly the cells is like on alert, and I feel things like moving and shit and all type of shit. It's crazy. It's life force energy, but it's a lot more electricity that's happening, that's moving through the body. So uh can you believe it, bro? Having to like fit in is actually now making me uncomfortable. It's crazy, crazy work, bro. And also too, if you keep training the body and you keep doing the intermittent fasting and all that, um, and of course retaining your energy, what's gonna happen is like your body's gonna actually start fighting against your old self. You feel me? Because it's a whole new takeover that's happening. So your old habits, even though people may persuade you or people may try to put you in a position to do stuff, they're gonna like the world is gonna try to conform you, but the body's gonna become so conscious that it starts to reject a lot of the shit that was trying to conform you in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So it's the body's even gonna tell you you gotta pick a side. And this is what I'm saying, bro. People who don't fast, people who don't eat right, or people who don't give a fuck about that shit can never experience this. This is, I say, when you fast and retain your energy, I feel like you actually go through more struggles than feeding into just whatever and then blindly going through, you know what I'm saying, struggles, but like you're numbing the pain with all type of like other shit. You feel me? And you're just making the shit worse, but you don't feel it yet. It usually hits you when you're completely sober. It's fucking 12:30 at night, but you be on the phone with hoes or somewhere, and it's just you with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Um, so it's just all about just realizing like how deep the shit can go when it comes to you trying to uh ascend, essentially. You know what I'm saying? So another topic I'm gonna be talking about is, why do we relapse? Is it really your fault? Now with that video, I think I'm gonna drop that either on a Friday or I don't know, Monday, Friday, I don't know, one of these days. I'm gonna drop that video, bro. And anytime I go through a relapse, or anytime, you know what I'm saying, I go through saying that like, okay, I was gonna not eat this types of foods, because I'm telling you, bro, like food, that should be tempting as fuck, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, chicken still smells good, chips, cake, all that shit still smell good, it tastes amazing. But once I start to digest it, that's when my body's rejecting that shit. My body's like, nigga, you fucked up, nigga. You feel me? So when we talk about a relapse in general, I want to explore how or why it happens, and how should we look at it, you know what I'm saying, instead of like looking at it like, oh, we're ashamed, oh, I feel bad, I feel weak, I feel depressed, da da da. It's like people don't even know that it's a problem, they just cover it up with something else and then move about your day, especially you being a guy. You know, the society and everything, they're not too sensitive towards, you know, the mental health of men. So when we go through something, we go through pain or we go through lack or something like that, it's like, man, fuck that, we gonna do this, you know what I'm saying? So instead of numbing the pain, because when you try to numb the pain, the shit only just gets worse. You feel me? So that video, I'm excited to actually talk about that, because I know, I had this YouTube channel, and this was like essentially like a place where I could vent, a safe space for, you know, just to chop it up and talk about my spiritual journey, put my life on the line essentially. Um, but really, you know, it never meant to be like a retention journey channel. You know what I'm saying? MOODYSTARR. You know what I'm saying? I'm a star. I'm supposed to, you know, it's the name star is in my original name. You feel me? So my grandma kind of bestowed it upon me to, I guess, be a messenger, um, or whatever. Even though I'm not perfect, bro. Like I make plenty of mistakes, dog. But like I also learn so much that it's like, nigga, I become so intelligent. I become so enlightened when I start to live like that, it's a problem with. And when I say it's a problem, I'm talking about people that you love, people that you know, people that you chill with, people that you talk to. It's crazy. You feel me? And it's like you have to learn to still live with people without shitting on their life. Even though if it feels like niggas be shitting on me when they force me to, you know what I'm saying? Just accept certain things as normal. You know, again, it's just about reprogramming the brain, reprogramming the mind, and shout out to a couple of the like esoteric channels that are out there on YouTube. I ain't gonna lie, I enjoy watching their videos. I enjoy consuming that information because it makes me feel sane again. You know what I'm saying? I This is why I like to tap into those types of frequencies. And but outside of that, bro, if I'm not watching spiritual videos and shit like that, bro, like real life is real life, and I don't hear the stuff that I'm even talking about. I don't really hear other people talk about unless like they're in tune like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. I wanted to I wanted to make a video today, bro, but like my body just wouldn't allow me to. I broke fast, and it's like I became a zombie all over again. But this time it's like I'm aware, so my body's like, nigga, you can't turn it to no damn zombie because you put in too much work, you put in too much life force energy. You've been, you know what I'm saying, cleansing. I've been cleansing myself of parasites. You know what I'm saying? So, um, it's it's a great feeling, and then it's an uncomfortable feeling. But at the end of the day, it's growth. You know. So one of the other topics I'm going to be talking about. Let me see. I think I said everything. The dark side of companionship. Staying grounded around temptation. That's basically like in the thick of things when it comes to like understanding life, bro. Life is all about relationships, and life is all about like, what I'm saying, just different people that you meet in life. And to be totally honest, bro, like it's just knowing you, knowing who you are, knowing what you want, staying true to that, and like you will get to a point where things become automatic. Again, your body starts to move in a different type of frequency and mode. So even though like you may have like a old ass programming that's playing in the mind, because you're familiar with that programming, it will slowly die, but you're gonna be very uncomfortable because like the body is going to change. You know what I'm saying? Um, the spirit essentially, and this is how I look at it. The spirit essentially, or your soul. Well, soul is different from the spirit, but it essentially you tap into your internal world, and the magic actually starts to happen, and you become super sensitive to like feeling so much, bro. Like the energies, what's happening in life. So certain relationships, certain people that you gonna meet, I'm sorry, bro, it's not gonna last that long because you're evolving. You're shedding skin. You are moving to another level. I'm talking about you getting past demons, goblins, different gods. You're going through different levels, bro. And it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, dog. And I'm like, I just hope that like people can be grateful for the blessings that they have, and just be grateful for the time that you got, and just for the awareness that you got, bro. Um, Life is gonna be very, very. It's gonna be challenging. It's gonna be full of curveballs. Listen, right now we are in like the middle. I would like to call it, because it's the summertime, bro. It's lit, and it's also a drought. So the kids are out of school. Teachers that got jobs during the school year, they don't got no work, so they got to find part-time jobs. You got the pipelining jobs slowing down. It's just so much stuff that happens in the summertime, and then it gets hot. It's really hot outside. So a lot of detox happens. You feel me? And also a lot of the ugly truths about life, about you, me, whatever. The ugly truths will come out, right? And you'll be faced, and it's every summer. I ain't gonna lie, since I was like 21 years old, every summer that June hits, thank God, what I'm saying, nothing crazy happened this year, but something crazy or um how should I put it? Life changing or something that's like, shakes up my world, it happens every summer. Last summer, it was crazy. I had a real conversation with my old boy a few days ago, and he told me his side. He told me his perspective of what happened. You feel me? I had no idea that he went through having two strokes. And he had a stroke a few days after my birthday last year. Everybody and my mama was literally saying that he wasn't supposed to make it. He not supposed to be here, bro. And that shit would have torn me up, my nigga. I move away to another state just to hear that, my one of my people, that's crazy. So I'm very thankful. I count my blessings, of course. And I'm glad that I got to have a conversation with my old boy, bro. Bro, listen. It's a lot of shit that I go through that I won't mention to the channel, bro. There's no point in mentioning it. Cause I don't want y'all to feel sorry for me. But I just want y'all to understand, like, you might be going through something, bro, but like once you have that life force energy and you have the drive to make something of your life and just become better in life, bro, you'll become unstoppable, bro. There's nothing that can stop you. No tragic death, no sudden negative energy, or you took a different route. You thought you was gonna have this big fancy job, but yet you in the kitchen cleaning, which ain't nothing wrong with cleaning, you know what I'm saying, or being in the kitchen or working at a restaurant. It really don't fucking matter. But I'm just saying, like, we go through so many things, bro. But at the end of the day, it's like we have a soul contract, and the number one soul contract that I want y'all to pay attention to, because even though I talk about esoteric knowledge, it's still all about the source. It's still all about God. Whole time I'm fasting, I'm going through my struggles, I'm going through my ups and downs. God was right there with me. For me to even have the awareness to even have to count my blessings is a blessing within itself to have the awareness. Because that means now you have a sense of direction. Now you know where not to go versus where to go. You just gotta be patient with the process, bro. But outside of that, bro, I hope you guys had a successful week. Uh, Again, I don't judge people who eat whatever the fuck. You feel me? Your DNA is not like my DNA, so I don't expect y'all to go through exactly what I go through. But eventually, if you do want to change your life, if you do want to like see some results and stuff, it's gonna be very uncomfortable. You're gonna be mad at yourself. You're gonna be mad at people around you, but then you're gonna see like another side to life and see that like, bruh, like if you can be aware that like, damn, I can be better in this area. I can be better in this area. I can be better in this area. The more awareness that you have is the better. You feel me? You have more awareness, you're gonna have a better human experience. If you're not aware of what the fuck is going on, my nigga, I don't know what to tell you. But outside of that, bro, if you made it to the end of this video, this is the longest nightcap that I probably ever dropped. We're damn near about to hit an hour, but I'm gonna just stay in the 50s or whatnot. But like, if you made it to the end of the video, bro, shout out to you, bro. You the GOAT. Stay locked in. Again, I got a lot of. I'm switching up my format. Uh, every Sunday, just be on the lookout for the posts on YouTube, and then you'll see like the official playlist of what you're gonna see coming up this week. You know what I'm saying? So be on the lookout for that. I feel like when I drop videos like that, it's almost like I'm writing out my future, and I'm actually planning out my future at the same time too. And it gives me a little bit more control over just like, just when it comes to making the small decisions throughout the day, because it'd be the smallest and simplest decisions that can lead to like crazy ass problems, bro. Crazy, dog. You know, I'm seeing it through people who are close to me, and it kind of bothers me, but at the same time, maybe they're there for that specific reason. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, bro. The spiritual journey. Sometimes it should be fun. Sometimes it be lit, and then other times it's just like nigga, just the realization of stuff is like crazy. But MGT, what to do? It's your boy Moody Star, and I'm back again with another video. If you're new, you already know what to do, man. Become a subscriber, like the video, and join MGT. This is a channel where I like to highlight current events and talk about my spiritual volcano. It's beautiful, fucked up, sideways ass majors. Now, first of all, I gotta say a special shout out to anybody that's holding on to energy, going within and being high vibrational here at MGT. This is what we do. We work on ourselves every single day. Intro for the outro. You'll have a successful weekend. We gonna turn up on Saturday. Well, today's what, Friday. I haven't said the terminology "turn up" in so long, so I don't know. I feel like I don't really fit in with the lingo and just what these motherfucking kids be talking about. But like, um, yeah, man, stay aware. That's the biggest lesson. Uh, I can't go to sleep right now because my body is still digesting some of the food that I ate today, and I'm paying for it. So it is what it is. But I'm gonna eventually get some sleep. But uh, like, share, comment down below, drop a bag on the Cash App to support the team or the PayPal. It's much appreciated. And drop your thoughts and comments as to what we should be talking about and discussing here on this channel. Again, if you fuck with the new format, let me know. If you don't really give a fuck and you just say, man, just drop a video, then it is what it is. But me personally, at this point in time, it's like I want to actually write out my life and write out my script. You know what I'm saying? And I feel as though, because again, I have 1,000 ideas. I be having instant downloads all the time as for like, what we should talk about. But I also want to make sure that it's thought through. I get to meditate on it and, just bring forth a new awareness. And maybe this could help you. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, bro, it's been your boy Moody Star. I'm going to see you guys on the next video, bro. Peace.